All right, we're talking Holy Cross baseball here at Arcaro and Genell's Takeaway Kitchen. Coach Sandy Menichetti with us. And Coach, let's talk a little bit about this season, the outlook for the Crusaders.
Lots to build on from last year. Last year, winning league championship. We lost now 7 seniors from last year. So a lot of new faces. We have some guys back, but a lot of new faces in the lineup. And it's looking good. We've had some good spring practices, a lot of it inside, of course. But, we got out to play yesterday and saw some promising things from a lot of the guys.
Well, let's talk about the pitching thing, the 100 pitch count, having a lot of arms, and talk about, do you have, a few of those this year?
Sure. Things are definitely going to change now with the pitch count. But I'm confident that is one area that I think that we're pretty confident with this year is we have two good arms that we have returning from last year, and a couple guys who didn't pitch as much last year but have been working on it in the off season. So pitch counts for us shouldn't come into play, but I think we have enough to get it covered.
More worried defense or offensively being in the gym so much?
Definitely, as strange as it seems, we work on more offense in the gym, but I feel like our defense is more polished as of right now. Live pitching is the key because we haven't been outside. We've been in the cage hitting, so the live pitching, seeing pitches outside is the tougher thing right now.
These guys, let's talk a little about the camaraderie you have with these guys. They have with themselves. What's that like?
It's great. Again, every year I seem to say it where the guys seem to get along so good, and this is another good group as you see as we go on here in the next couple minutes. You'll see these guys are some jokesters. They really get along with each other and have a good time.
Overall, you talk about the league this year and the teams that you're going to be playing. Tell us about what you're going to be facing.
A couple of the teams, already Mid-Valley we saw yesterday. We figured, they returned a bunch of players, and we figured that they'd be real tough, and we had a real tough game with them last night. We were lucky enough to squeeze in one run that was enough. Another team that's obviously going to be real good, and a lot of teams have picked them to win the division, is Lakeland, with their pitching and the amount of returning players that they have. And then, of course, Old Forge is always tough, no matter what year it is. Riverside, the same thing. I know they have some new coaches down there, and I've heard a lot of things that they're on the rise again. So,
well, we appreciate you coming out to Arcaro and Genell, and best of luck this season.
Thanks for having me, John.
Tim Murphy joins us from the Holy Cross Crusaders baseball team. And Tim, let's talk a little bit about your job this year. What's your assignment this year for the Crusaders?
Well, I'm a pitcher this year. Mainly, my job is to go win the game, get outs, make sure the other team doesn't score, hold them down, and then let my closers come in and finish the game. I also play the field, so a big part is making big plays during the game and going up with confidence at the plate and hitting.
What do you like about this team this year? Talk about some of the attributes you think that'll help you win some ball games.
This team is a very close-knit team, like it was last year. I feel like we're a great group of kids. We really love the game. We practice a lot together, even outside of school practices. So I feel like that's going to be a big part of our success this year.
You talk about the pitchers this year having a lot of arms. Talk about a few guys that you could say, okay, we have this guy, we have this guy. Take us through some of those pitchers you see.
Joe DeGracia is one of our best pitchers on the team. He throws very hard. He's a consistent strike thrower. He comes in the game. He knows his job. He always succeeds at what he's doing when it comes to pitching. Another pitcher that's going to be a relief pitcher is Josh Meese. He's also our second baseman this year. He's going to come in and close games. He throws a very good fastball, curveball he has. He's going to come in and get some key outs for us.
Talk about the catching position this year. One guy, or you think it could be shared?
Ronnie is our catcher. He's probably one of the best catchers I've ever had. We get along very well together behind the plate. He knows me. He knows all of our pitchers. He's very good defensively behind the plate. He's a big hitter for us too, but we probably could see another catcher.
Overall, how are some of the young guys right now? Talk a little bit about some of the youth and try to get guys acclimated to, hey, this is the way we do things here at Holy Cross.
Well, we did bring up a lot of younger kids this year, but I see a lot of potential in all of them. They're very good baseball players. They like to work hard. I think they're going to be a big help to the team this year. hopefully some of the younger guys, when they get in the game, they'll be in big spots, of course, be a little nervous, but hopefully they work through it and see that the ultimate goal is to win the game and stay focused on the task at hand.
Well, we hope you have a super season. Thank you.
Thank you.
Karthik Cacioppo with us from the Holy Cross baseball team. And Karthik, let's talk a little bit about what's your role on this year's squad.
Well, I was on it last year, so I am more like experienced, and that's a big advantage to it. And as a middle infielder, you really have to take like control of the game more of the infield, and just guiding the team and the younger players on the team is a big advantage and a big help to everyone to get in unison.
What do you see in your infield this year?
Our infield's actually very strong. Not many balls should get by us. We're very well trained, very well disciplined with it. Just all mechanics. We all do really well on it.
Overall, you talk about the group. It seems like a close-knit group. Talk about your friends that you have.
Well, we're all one big group, and we all hang out together. Just like after the big win last night, we all went out to Texas Roadhouse and just had a great meal together. And we're all really close together, and just we all hang out even outside of school and outside of baseball. We're all still great friends.
Talk about Coach Manichetti, what he expects of you and what he tries to get out of all of you.
Well, he really pushes the best out of all of us and every single one of us to reach our fullest potential and make everyone as great as they can be. And he's really a great coach in that aspect, because he also provides such like a friend aspect and a person you can go to. Even if you have a question not about baseball, you can still go to him and ask him about anything.
As far as the guys in the lineup, you think with the big bats this year, take us through a couple of guys that you think will do well.
Well, definitely our 3 seniors in the lineup will definitely do well. And our 3 hitters and our 4 hitters are definitely going to do well. And all around, 1 through 9, we can all hit and basically put the ball in play and make the defense do their job before doing our job.
You're going to work hard, of course, and get what you could out of your team. How about the league overall? What are you looking forward to with that?
Well, we are returning division champs, so we're definitely looking for that again. And until someone beats us for the division, we're still division champs, so got to repeat.
All right, well, we wish you well this season.
Thank you.
John Iacobucci joins us from the Holy Cross baseball team. John, let's talk a little bit about the outlook for this year. What do you expect to do on this team this year?
Expect to do a lot in the lineup. Hopefully to get a lot of RBIs, driving some runs, people getting on base.
Let's talk about the outfielders this year. Talk about some of the guys that are going to fill those positions.
We plan on closing the gaps. We got a lot of speed in the outfield, so.
Who are some of the players?
We have Griffin Gilroy, Jeff Antosh. Griff, he's pretty quick. He came up from junior varsity last year, and hopefully see him do a lot.
Coach says,
putting down bunts. And
Coach says, listen, this is what I need you to do this year. Is it get on base? Is it throw people out? Tell us a little bit about the things that you need to do.
All I need to do, get my hands through the zone, driving the ball into the gaps, getting more than just one base, or getting a base hit when I need to get somebody in from third or second.
Talk about some of that gym work you guys got. What did you take out of that? What were some of the positives?
A lot of running. Got a lot of speed from that. Got a lot of cuts, perfecting my swing.
Overall, the outlook for the team with the league, talk about what you think it's going to look like.
A lot of intensity we plan on having, being loud in the dugout, getting real hyped before games.
How about the leadership this year? Talk about that.
Leadership, like again what I said, making people louder in the dugout. People that are on the field maybe more into the game, people that are on the bench maybe less. We want to show them that if they're into the game while they're on the bench, they're going to get in the game too.
Well, we wish you well this season. Thanks for coming out to Arcaro and Genell.
Thank you.
Josh Meese with us from the Holy Cross baseball team. And Josh, let's talk about your role with this group of guys. So what are you up against here with the Crusaders?
Well, this year is my 4th year on the team, and so I'm really looking to step up into a leadership position. and really start to get this team in the right position. I have a lot of good guys behind me with Tim Murphy, Ronnie James, and Joe DeGracia, to name some coming up. Will do some big things for us this year, hopefully.
How about you? What's your game all about?
For the past couple years, I've really played all around. I did catcher, outfield. Last year started some second base. This year I started our first game yesterday as a second baseman, and I'm starting to feel pretty comfortable there. So hopefully throughout the year I could really come into my own playing at that position.
What's it like playing for Coach Benechetti?
Oh, he's a great coach. He really does know what he's talking about. He's very helpful, and you'll have something wrong with your swing, and he picks it out for you, and all of a sudden you change it, and you're in the cage starting hitting better immediately.
As far as the pitchers this year, take us through some of the arms on this year's team.
From last year, we lost a lot of pitchers, of course, but we have Tim Murphy coming back, Joe DeGracia coming back. Both of them, they throw real good, they throw hard, they're experienced pitchers. And then I'll be coming in to do some relieving then after that.
As far as what you took out of the workouts in the gym and how you're going to have to put that out onto the field, how do you see your team going from the gym to the field?
Well, yesterday when we played against Mid-Valley, that was really our second time out on the field. So the gym work really did help us. We get a lot of work in there in the cages. It helps. You get a lot of hitting reps that you don't usually get outside. And we put it together pretty well outside. So it worked out pretty good.
How about your future endeavors? What's up next for you? What are you going to be doing when the fall comes around?
Well, next year I'm going to be attending York College to major in civil engineering.
Sounds like a bright future. Of course, admirable profession. There's no doubt about that. We wish you the very best. And of course, thank you so much for coming out to Arcaro and Genell.
Thank you.
Ronnie James with us from the Holy Cross Crusaders baseball team. And Ronnie, let's talk about Coach has you in a position. What does he say he needs you to do this year?
He needs me to throw out people, block the ball, definitely catch everything, frame, everything catcher does.
Talk about what it's like to be the catcher. Not an easy job. Tell us about some of the arms that you have and the differences with the pitchers.
Yeah, well, being a catcher is tough. You're in every single play, and we have about 4 or 5 pitchers we can use. Our first 3 pitchers, they throw pretty hard,
Talk about your arm strength, what you have, what you need to work on as a catcher as well.
Catching, definitely I have to work on blocking, stopping the ball. Yesterday I did pretty well. I only missed two or so balls. Framing is a big problem that I have sometimes.
How about the positives of your game? Let's talk about whether it's your bat or different things that you do well.
I have a pretty good arm throwing people out and stuff. I can hit pretty far. Contacts, getting on base.
You're getting guys on base, then you got to bring them around. So talk about some of the guys you think will be on base this year for you.
Yeah, 1 through 9, we can all get on base pretty hard, and then just getting them in is just what we have to do.
How about being a part of this program and hanging out with these guys, having some laughs like you're doing, stuff like that tonight? Talk about this group.
Last 3 years has just been great, and this year we have a great bunch of guys, and we all get along. It's been one of the best ones we've had so far.
And being your junior year, talk about some of the senior leadership guys that kind of make sure some of these freshmen that are coming up that kind of learning the right way there at Holy Cross.
Yeah, we have a couple seniors that are pushing it, and we have some underclassmen that are even taking leadership roles too. So, and myself and the other juniors.
Well, how about being at Holy Cross? What's that experience been like for you?
It's been great. I love Holy Cross. I came from public school. I went to Scranton, so it was a big step switching schools. So it's been great though.
Well, great to hear. And of course, we wish you a great season behind the plate there at Holy Cross.
Thank you.
Joseph DeGracia with us from the Holy Cross Crusaders baseball team. And Joe, you play third base.
Correct.
So let's talk a little bit about being down at third and what your role is there for the Crusaders.
Well, the role of third base, at least for me, is just stop everything that's coming our way. Somewhat be a leader too. As part of a young infield, we do have some seniors coming back, obviously, but we got a lot of young guys. We have our new first baseman, Dan Doherty. He's a freshman we have. He's really, really good though. He's good at blocking the ball, nice body, blocks the ball, everything, catches the ball great. He's a great receiver. And then obviously we have Tim Murphy and Josh Mason, middle infield, who great stoppers, leaders on the court, on the field, and they're doing great for us this year.
How good do you feel about your pitching this year?
Well, I feel very confident about our pitching this year. We have Tim Murphy, who's pitched last night. He pitched through very well. And we have me. We also have Josh Mason, another senior coming back, and Karthik Cacioppo, Jr., who's also throwing well.
Overall, I talk about the bats this year. Talk about some guys you think that could hit the long ball.
Well, we have our catcher, Ronnie James. He's very good at hitting the long ball. We have second baseman Josh Meese, and we have me also. We could all hit the long ball. But 1 through 9, we're very a strong hitting team. We're going to be very good this year driving the ball and moving runners.
How about guys you think that could just kind of somehow get on the base, a walk, a hit by a pitch, a bunt, something that kind of maybe you could move them along?
Well, we have a new call-up this year, center fielder Griffin Gilroy. He's very sneaky, very fast person. He could definitely lay a bunt down, move a runner. We also have Johnny Iacobucci, another senior leader we have, very good at moving the ball. He could place the ball anywhere he wants to, anywhere in the field, and he's very good at it. He can move the ball around.
We appreciate you coming out, sharing a little bit about your story from Holy Cross, and we wish you well this year.
Thank you.